Good morning and welcome to Physics Friday. If you're new to this series, click on the link above to see the whole playlist. In the last video, I showed you how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide numbers with units. Today I'm going to show you how to convert a measurement made in one set of units into a different set of units. Last time, I measured my whiteboard and got a width of 35.9 inches. And then I measured it again with a metric ruler and got a width of 91.2 centimeters. Did I really need to measure it twice? No. Having made one of those measurements, it's easy to calculate the other if we just know the equation 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. Depending on which measurement we're starting with, we just multiply or divide by 2.54 to get the answer. But how do we know whether we should be multiplying or dividing? The answer to that is the heart of this video. Just like in the last video, we'll be treating the units the way we treat variables in algebra, and using the equation 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. If we divide both sides of a valid equation by the same thing, as long as that thing isn't zero, we get another valid equation. So first, let's try dividing both sides by 1 inch. We get 1 inch over 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch. Any non-zero thing divided by itself is 1, so we get 1 equals 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch. If we took the original equation and instead divided it by 2.54 centimeters, we'd get 1 inch over 2.54 centimeters equals 2.54 centimeters over 2.54 centimeters equals 1. So we've come up with two fractions, 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch and 1 inch over 2.54 centimeters, that are each equal to 1. You can tell they're equal to 1 because they're each a non-zero number divided by the same number, just in different units. These fractions are called conversion factors, because if you multiply a measurement by one of them, it can convert the measurement from inches to centimeters or vice versa. We just have to use the one that will cancel the units we've got and leave the other one. So say I know my whiteboard is 35.9 inches wide, and I want that in centimeters. I would write width equals 35.9 inches, and then I would multiply it by the conversion factor that will cancel out inches and leave centimeters. In this case, it's the one with inches on the bottom of the fraction and centimeters on the top. So width equals 35.9 inches times 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch equals 35.9 times 2.54 inches times centimeters divided by inches. The inches cancel out, and we get 91.2 centimeters. So let's measure how tall my whiteboard is. According to my ruler, it's 60.6 centimeters tall. What's that in inches? We write 60.6 centimeters, and we want the centimeters to cancel, so we multiply it by the conversion factor that has centimeters on the bottom. This gives us 60.6 centimeters times 1 inch divided by 2.54 centimeters equals 60.6 times 1 centimeters times inches over 2.54 centimeters. And the centimeters cancel out, and we're left with 23.9 inches. Let's do a more complicated one. Suppose we know a baseball is thrown at 94 miles per hour, and we want to know how fast that is in meters per second. We need to convert twice. Once to convert miles to meters, and once to convert hours to seconds. We can look up how many meters there are in a mile. 1 mile equals 1,609 meters. This gives us the conversion factors 1 mile over 1,609 meters, and 1,609 meters over 1 mile. If we look up how many seconds there are in an hour, we see that 1 hour equals 3,600 seconds. This gives us the conversion factors 1 hour over 3,600 seconds, and 3,600 seconds over 1 hour. So let's use them. First we want to get rid of the miles in miles per hour, so we choose the conversion factor with miles on the bottom of the fraction so they'll cancel. This gives us 94 miles over hours times 1,609 meters over 1 mile. And the miles cancel out, leaving 94 miles per hour times 1,609 meters over 1 mile equals 94 times 1,609 meters over hours equals 151,246 meters per hour. Well, we've gotten rid of miles, and now we have meters. Now we need to get rid of the hours to replace them with seconds. Notice that hours are on the bottom of a fraction, so to cancel them, we choose the conversion factor that has hours on the top of the fraction. This gives us 94 miles per hour equals 151,246 meters per hour times 1 hour over 3,600 seconds equals 151,246 meters times hours over 3,600 hours times seconds. Since we have hours both on the top and bottom of the fraction, the hours cancel out, and we get 94 miles per hour equals 42 meters per second. So a 94 mile per hour fastball travels at 42 meters per second. Okay, now it's your turn to try. As usual, I'll put the answers in the video description. I'm 171 centimeters tall. How tall is that in inches? Remember that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. How many fluid ounces are there in a 2-liter bottle of soda? 1 fluid ounce is equal to 0.0296 liters. The International Space Station orbits at 4.76 miles per second. How fast is that in miles per hour? Remember, 1 hour is equal to 3,600 seconds. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel, or click on the link to the whole Project Physics course, or the link to the next video in this series, which is on the International System of Units, which is the main system of units used by scientists worldwide. As always, if you have any problems or concerns, let me know in the comments. Until then, class dismissed.